Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Brook Boys. I'm Warren.
I'm Kat.
And this is the Brook Boys podcast. We're happy to have you guys again listening to us. We're happy to talk to you guys again. And we're happy that you guys are listening to us again. It's been a great week. Work has been okay. I haven't tried to off myself like usual. I'm just joking. I've always tried to off myself.
Oh, that's not where I thought that was going.
That's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, what else you want me to say?
Interesting.
But yeah, no, I mean, everything's been good this week. What about you?
It was good. I'm trying to think about what I did this week. I was off. Well, I only worked Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday rather than Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So I had 2 days off because we had to attend a funeral. I mean, that's not why I was off. I was off already, but we attended a funeral. And then on Thursday, my best friend came over and we were painting. And then on Friday, I don't think we did anything, did we?
Friday? No.
I think I was just here cleaning. I cleaned our room. I cleaned the living room. I organized my clothes. And I did some homework. That's about it.
Yeah. I think on Friday we went to go visit my mom.
Oh, we did. Yesterday we got to go see the girls. So.
Yeah, we went to just go visit my mom to check out how
she was doing. How she was hanging. We got to see Jerry.
Yeah.
Oh, and then today we went to breakfast with my mom.
Today we went to...
What was that place called?
Irene's?
Yeah. In
right?
Tower.
In Tower District?
The burgers were gas.
You like the burger?
The burger was gas.
It was good.
Yeah, it was good. And then we went to Walmart. Oh my God, let me tell you guys about Walmart. Okay.
No.
Me and Martin and my mom went to Walmart because Martin and I had to get stuff for like the house. Really, I had to get stuff.
You just had to get stuff for yourself, nothing for the house.
Okay. Well,
let's clarify that.
I had to get dandruff shampoo. I had to get deodorant. I had to get things like that, right? I had to like re-up on my makeup or whatever. And I asked my mom if she was busy, and she was like, no, let's go to the Walmart on Herndon and Ingram to be specific. So we're driving, we're cruising around. Martin's being DJ. We're just like, we're chilling in the car, right? And we get there and we're trying to find the cosmetics section because I don't really go to that Walmart. So we finally find it.
Yeah, and it's a big Walmart.
Everything, all the cosmetics are enclosed. They're like, you have to call somebody to unlock something to get every single little fucking thing, everything.
Yeah.
And there was 2 ladies, and bless their heart, but every like 5 seconds they were getting called. Oh, can you grab this? Can you grab this? Can you grab this? Everything, whether it was like the deodorant, the shaving, like the razors, the toothbrushes, every single thing was locked up. So then me and my mom were in there and Martin, and we were all in the cosmetic section because my mom ended up having to get stuff too. And I felt so bad every single time I had to call the ladies to get something from the glass.
Just because they were running around.
Oh my God. And then it was so crowded. I just got overstimulated. I was like,
you started fucking panicking for them.
I was panicking because there was so much noise. There was so much going on. There were so many buttons. There were so many people getting upset with them. Every time I wanted to get something, I wanted to literally leave. Like, if I just felt so bad. And then I was sitting there and my mom's like, calm down. Because I think she saw it in me first. And she was like, calm down. And I was like, I just feel so bad for them. Like, why are they doing that?
I saw you and I was just like, I'm not going to tell you anything. Because if I tell you something, then you snap at me.
Because my mom,
can snap at me.
My mom says, hey, like, calm down. Like, it's okay. And Martin's like, why are you being like that? Like, it had nothing to do with you.
It has nothing to do with you. Calm down, bro.
Yeah, 2 different approaches there, but it's whatever.
Yeah.
I just felt so bad for them. So then we were waiting in line to pay. We finally got everything we needed. And there was a man that was like getting upset with the ladies.
Yeah.
And the workers were like doing their best. And my mom was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, you must hate this. And the ladies were like, yeah, like we do. So then I felt so bad. So when we were going to pay, I was waiting in line and I was like, hey, can I just get the stuff in boxes? So like the security boxes.
Yeah. Yeah,
so we can go elsewhere.
The white dude was saying too, what he was like demanding. I'm not paying 2 places at once.
Oh, because they were only going to let him pay for the cosmetics in the cosmetics section.
I guess like their policy, it looks from what it looked like is you pay for the cosmetics there,
And you paid for everything
And
else
then-
elsewhere.
And then you pay for
That way the
everything
line
else,
doesn't get that long.
Yeah.
So when I saw that, I was like, hell no, we're not going to wait because we had other things. So I
Yeah.
was like, can I just get the stuff in security boxes? And I wanted to get this e.l.f. bronzer or this e.l.f. blush. And I had to ask them to open it. So I was like, I am not asking them to open it again.
Mhm.
So we went and I was like, hey, can I get the stuff in security boxes, please? And the lady was like, yeah. And my mom's like, she wants something from e.l.f. And I was like, I could have cried.
Mhm.
I was like, why did you tell her? Now we have to go get it. Like the lady was really nice about it. She was
Yeah.
like, oh, no worries. But I literally felt so bad. I kept telling her like, I'm so sorry. Like this must be so stressful. And she was just like, yeah. And then I felt even
Yeah.
worse because she was agreeing with me.
Well, yeah. I mean, it is a stressful situation.
Anyway, so that's how my day went.
Yeah.
So that was our experience at Walmart today.
Yeah. You get too
Be nice to customer
anxious.
service workers.
No,
They're doing their best.
Always be nice to customer service.
They're doing
workers.
their best.
Yeah, there's policies within chain accounts that you can't control,
Yeah.
and it's just like you just have to be patient.
I just felt so bad because I kid you not, it was like every 2 seconds that thing was buzzing.
yeah,
Assistants in the healthcare department, assistants in the cosmetics department.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, turn them off.
like I get why they do it. It's because a lot of people steal from Walmart. They
Well, and
steal a
then
lot of
cosmetics is easy to
products.
steal because it's small.
Yeah, so
I would imagine.
understand. No, a lot of people do it. So I would understand like why go to those measures, but at the same time, like if you don't have a lot of staff, covering that section, like,
Yeah.
you should pay attention to what the fuck's going on.
Or give like 3 or 4 people because obviously like it's not just the makeup there. Like it's the makeup, it's the skincare, it's the razors, it's the it's all that kind of stuff too. So the 2 ladies were just trying to like run around, and then
Yeah.
there's a line forming at the register because no one's there to check them out because they're always opening containers. I don't know. I just feel like there could be a better system in place.
There's always a better system, but you just have shitty managers and you have shitty people that just don't pay
Yeah.
attention to a lot of things like that. And then you also have shitty customers that treat you like shit, and you're there just
Yeah.
trying to work and trying to just make a easy living, and just people just make it hard.
Yeah.
It's hard all around.
It was just crazy. And then it was really crowded. I don't know. It just wasn't the vibe.
Yeah.
And then after that, we went to Dutch and came home. So it's fine.
Yeah. And well, before we continue any further, let's go ahead and let's roll the intro. You didn't. You didn't do that.
We them broke boys from the hood. We on them missions understood. Won't catch us lacking, we that good. We always winning like we should. We flying high, we butterfly up to the sky. No way you catching us goodbye. Pray to God we make it out alive. I'll never leave my dogs behind. We stick together like we signed. We shooting stars, one of a kind. We undefeated, just resign. Money more lower than a bitch nowadays. Don't talk the talk if you can't walk.
All right, welcome back. So, Kat had a couple topics that she was doing some research. I wanted to talk about a little bit on the new documentary of Quiet on Set that just came out about the Nickelodeon stars and this high-profile producer and executive. Right? He was an executive.
he was an executive producer, and I think he was a writer as well, or like a creator of the shows.
Well, he was like the mastermind of the hit series of Nickelodeon in the early 2000s.
So it was like the Amanda Show. He did Drake and Josh. He did iCarly. He did Victorious. He did Sam and Cat.
Yeah, he did a lot of hits.
What was On Set, or what was the very first one?
The very first one was All That.
All That. That's what it was. Yeah. So he did that one and the reboot, and then the Amanda Bynes Show was really like his first one that he was like breaking through on.
Yeah. So as far as that though, I mean, if you haven't seen the documentary, you can watch the documentary on HBO or on, I think, YouTube TV, or if you have any cable. I know it's on ID, Discovery ID, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, in the mix of the whole thing, it talks about how the toxic environment was for all the actors, and some people were able to speak out about it.
And some were still too scared.
Well, a lot of them were forced to sign NDAs,
Right.
and they were paid off like hush money. Yeah, and then they were paid off, and they had hush money behind it. Jeanette McCurdy, she wrote a book and she kind of talked about it, that she was offered like $300,000 to be quiet about certain shit, the toxic work environment. And did she sign? And
I don't think she signed it. I don't think she took it.
Right. But what happens if you don't sign an NDA? Do you get like sued? You're not supposed.
I don't think so, because I think you're supposed to present an NDA before there's anything to like that can be used. I think. I don't know.
I don't know.
The thing that I appreciate about Quiet on Set is it didn't only touch on like Dan Snyder, like it talked about like how it was for women as well, like women writers.
Yeah.
And then it talked about how it was like being a costume, just being like a woman on set with him. Mm-hmm. It sounded like he was a very sexist being. And
on top of that, even like the being in a toxic racial profile, like
they said that he was. Yeah, they highlighted.
They highlighted a lot of like the white. What is it? The white actors and like.
Well, Quiet on Set, the people that were talking to Quiet on Set. There was like 2 or 3 of them that were African American, and they said they felt racially profiled. They said that they felt like
they didn't get enough screen time.
Well, not only that, but the scenes that they were given,
the certain shit that they would be given was like almost stereotypical to the point where it's like, I guess there was one scene of this black kid that was doing like these like little, like it was like a funny skit, but it was almost like crack dealing.
They like insinuating he was a drug dealer.
That he was a drug dealer.
I think in the skit he was like trying to give them crackers or something like that.
It was like some
it was
candy.
Innocent, but that was like the underlying.
Yeah, it was like some candy. He was like, shh, like hold on, like you got the money, you got the stuff, like, you know. It was something like that. It looked innocent, but when you see it now, it's just like, oh, that doesn't.
A lot of the scenes that it was showing, when I remember watching them, and I was like, oh, it's like, I guess it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
But now as like an adult watching that, I'm like, oh my gosh, like it's crazy how it aired, 1, and 2, how like all the adults on set no one like raised enough of a red flag that was like, hey, this isn't like appropriate for kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it had something to always do with, like, what was it? Like stereotyping African Americans.
Yeah.
In a lot of scenes that they had one-on-one. And I guess they all were kind of like, one of their moms was the one that was like really speaking out about it, because she was like, no, that's like, I don't like that. And like, this looks like he's just dealing crack. Like, you know, like
he's dealing drugs. Yeah.
Like he's dealing drugs. Like, what the fuck? Like almost like calling them out on their shit. And I think they got.
And her son wasn't called back.
Well, she kept just, what's it called?
Like raising the issue.
She just kept talking about it and like bringing it to the attention to everybody, and was like, that's not right. You know, like, why are you doing this? Like questioning it. And it got to the point where they were like, hey, like either, or she told her son's agent, like, hey, like, I don't agree with this. And the agent basically told her, like, you know, this is a good opportunity for your son, so you should shut up.
I mean, not in those words, but yeah, essentially.
But it was like that, like, you should shut up. Like, keep your mouth shut.
And then they said on season 2 that he didn't get recasted.
Yeah, just because of what had happened. And that the child actor, had blamed his mom.
Because he knew that his mom was like speaking up against it and stuff.
Yeah, and which is why like he blamed his mom for getting him kicked out of the whole show. Was that the case? I don't know.
I think it's just.
I think it's.
Everything seemed too like coincidence.
Yeah.
Like,
but I don't know. I don't think you can sit there and blame your own mom, you know, for it.
No, but I think at the time, I think he was like 12.
Oh yeah, he was a kid.
Like
so
he
saw
little.
Everything like through a tunnel vision.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Well, and then in his head, he said like he was making the money to literally get his family like out of the hood. He was like, I'm literally like working to provide like, and he had that mindset at like 10, 11. So then when he got fired, he was like, all that got taken from me, and then the only one he could blame was his mom.
Yeah.
So he took it out on his mom, which is sad, and it's sad like that child actors feel like that burden. Like he was 11 trying to like do better for his family, but it obviously didn't work out, and then he blames his mom, and then it kind of does a reverse effect than like what was intended.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was crazy. The documentary was wild.
Yeah, it had a lot of wild twists and turns. The whole thing, I don't know why, but this kept popping up on my TikTok feed was the Amanda. What was her name?
Amanda Bynes.
They were saying that she got pregnant at 16. She and Dan.
They said it was Dan Snyder's baby, supposedly.
That he had like forced himself on her, or what?
I don't know if he was forced himself. I would assume that he did.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. All I know is that everyone, I mean, TikTok is saying that supposedly she had an abortion when she was 16.
Yeah.
And it was his baby.
Yeah.
And then they go on, like, the next episode they filmed was her saying, like, or was like a skit, and it was a guy selling pretzels. And on the Amanda show, he was like, "Oh, do you want a pretzel?" And she's like, "No." And he was like, "What about your audience member?" And she was like, "Yeah, like, that'll be," and she pretends to count them.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, that's like 395 pretzels."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, well, if you buy 400, you get a free baby."
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, "Okay, I'll get 400." And then they hand her like a baby.
Yeah.
And they said that supposedly that episode was filmed like right after she had to get the abortion.
Mm-hmm.
She hasn't said anything that I've seen. And
well, she's also
hasn't.
like crazy now, right?
Not crazy. She's just doing her own thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, supposedly that she had an abortion. It was Dan Snyder's baby.
Yeah.
Which I don't. He hasn't said that it hasn't, and she hasn't said that it has.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know really.
Yeah.
What's what?
Yeah, and then the other thing that I kept seeing was shout out to Jerry Trainer, because he was always like trying to protect the iCarly crew. He always tried to protect the girls.
Oh,
and,
I've seen that too.
Trying to be like, hey man, like, you know, trying to get the attention from Dan, from the pedophile, you know, to
away
him,
from the kids.
And he did his best of like, you know, always trying to protect them and not have like them be, or have him like be around them or like film them, and like
Yeah.
he was always like there.
I've seen a lot of that too. I just think it's crazy.
And then the other thing was too is that he had said that he unfollowed Nickelodeon, and that
Jerry Trainer,
that he unfollowed Nickelodeon, he unfollowed the iCarly page, and that he cut ties with anybody, like he cut ties with Nickelodeon in general. That if there's anything involving with Nickelodeon, that he's not going to be involved in it at all.
Well, I've seen a lot like that too. Like the girl who played Nicole from Zoe 101.
Mm-hmm.
She kind of did the same thing, because she said that her character was like built for the male gaze.
Yeah.
So she was literally, and if you think about it, she was always in like tank tops and skirts and in a bikini and like things like that. She also said the same thing, that she's like anti-Nickelodeon now.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought it was crazy how in the documentary, like it wasn't only Dan Snyder that was like perverted, or that was like that was doing all these things. It was like the who was it, the assistant, one of the assistants, and then another producer that were doing it. I forgot their names.
So you have one. I forgot one of their names.
The super young one, I forgot his name, and the other one was Brian.
The other one was Brian Peck. That's the executive producer.
I don't know. I think he's had multiple titles, but
I don't know. But he's like well known in like the industry.
Yeah, he was the one that assaulted Drake Bell.
Yeah.
And then there was the other one. I want to say his name was Michael something.
I want to say it was like Jason
I think it was Jason something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But he was a lot younger, and I guess he was like a Christian type of.
Well, yeah. Well, he would escort. He would take the child actors from their parents to set.
Yeah.
And then like give updates to the parents while the kids were on set, and I thought that was crazy, because the parents were just letting him take their kids.
Well, like from what they had explained was that this guy didn't seem. Like he just seemed like a genuine Christian person.
Well, yeah, and then they said that they trusted him.
Like,
well, then they said they trusted him because
and that he was like really nice, super.
And he was the only one that was putting effort to meet the families.
Yeah.
Like they said, like he had it made, kind of.
He was super, like I said, super religious. So then, like easily, a lot of people are like, well, when it comes to something like that,
yeah,
then you find like a good trust. I guess like having faith in somebody that.
Yeah, I just thought his story was crazy.
Yeah.
Brian's story was crazy. I just thought it was really sad.
All of them were.
All of it was like, it's horrible.
Mm-hmm. And then I just still don't understand like how the fuck did this whole network continue going, knowing that this was happening?
I don't know. And they did know.
Yeah.
Because there were several people that got caught.
And there were several
being inappropriate with children specifically.
And there were several incidences that were reported, and a lot of harassment and a lot of.
Well, they said he was the golden boy, so maybe that had something to do with it.
Well, yeah, and like I said, like there was just so much shit that was out there, and all right, we're gonna cut you off or anything like
Literally
that. No
nothing.
punishment towards Dan Schneider or to the
even
people.
now.
And then on top of that, like if that were to happen today, those networks would not exist. Like how the fuck did it? How the fuck do they still exist for this long?
That's what I'm saying. Like I get that it's Dan Schneider. I don't even know if I'm saying his name right. I get that it's his fault. Like he did the actions that made these children feel uncomfortable or like put them in an uncomfortable state. But every adult in that room has some part to blame. Like how is nobody calling him out on it? And I get like you'll lose your job, and I get like that is like the worst thing that can possibly happen if you're the only working parent, or you're like you're working to pay bills, period, in Los Angeles. Like I get that that's horrible.
Yeah.
But like if you work with kids, it's your job to protect them. They can't protect themselves. So I just think it's crazy that every person in this room, and a lot of them were men because obviously he hated women, but I just thought that no one raised enough of a question to be like, hey, this is wrong. You're being inappropriate. Like you need to knock it off. And even that is like, okay, no one's getting you in trouble. No one's reprimanded. Like, I mean, I guess you're getting reprimanded, but you're not getting your job taken away. Like nothing's happening, but they're giving you a warning because you're being inappropriate.
Yeah.
But nothing happened.
No.
Which is crazy because they're kids.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't know.
It just makes you think if that's how the industry, it makes you think if that's how the industry still is today.
No, it is.
But I'm saying to this extent.
It
if so.
It is. I don't think it hasn't changed. Because if you see it, like, you see a lot of shit still happening.
But I'm saying, like, behind closed doors like that, like, all those kids, like, you would imagine that something changed. And if something hasn't changed, after that documentary, things are.
Well, who knows? I mean, think about it. I don't think nothing's changed. I mean,
I think I think they have.
I don't think nothing's changed.
Because social media is a thing now. The reason Dan Schneider got away with this because no one was catching him in the act.
No, but even then, like, social media was the thing back in the day.
When all this was happening, it was just email.
No. When all this was happening, he was active on Twitter and Facebook and what else was out there? MySpace. I mean, all these videos everything started just becoming a thing. Instagram started becoming a thing too.
I think that kids at a younger age too have access to the internet now. And I feel like even if they are alone without their parents, like they're going to catch it on video. Somebody has to catch it on video.
I don't know. I don't know about all that, about catching shit. I'm just talking about, regardless of how shit is, there's still ways that people get around it. At the end of the day, the devil works in all kinds of evil, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. It's just crazy to think about.
Yeah. So I don't think nothing's changed. I just think that platform should be done. I'm surprised that it still isn't.
Nickelodeon?
Nickelodeon in general. Just because, like, I would feel so...
Well, they came out with multiple statements saying that they...
Fuck the statements. I don't give a fuck what statements are. All the statements is that saying, well, we apologize. We changed our policies. And that's it. Thank you.
Yeah.
That doesn't do anything. That doesn't do anything. If I had my kid that was a child actor and was sexually abused, sexually harassed, what's it called? Discriminated against, whatever it is, there's no way that I'm just taking we changed our policy
change.
No,
yeah, in that sense, yeah.
Yeah, like I feel like all those families that were heavily hurt and heavily damaged, they should even get together and fucking make a lawsuit about it.
But I think at the time they were scared of them losing their job.
But now this is a different time. Now you post.
But I wonder, how long is
on
like
social media and.
But how long is it like since the action happened, and then after like
years ago, right?
But that's what I'm saying. Isn't it after 10 years it's voided or something like that?
No, because everything was documented.
Huh.
When everything's documented, you have anything documented, that's a living document. That will always stay. as long as it's signed and it's proof and that's a living
I didn't know
document. Yeah, it doesn't matter how it happens because the Drake Bell thing, that shit was
Well,
real.
he did go to court.
Yeah.
He did go to court for that.
Yeah, exactly. He was the one that pressed charges about it.
I wonder if that's why they were able to speak about it, because the cases were already closed. So that's what's been all over my TikTok is the Quiet on Set. I've also seen the Kate Middleton thing. Have you heard about it?
Who?
Kate Middleton,
Don't know.
the Princess of Wales,
Princess of Wales.
William's wife.
No.
I think she's Princess of Sussex. No, I think it's Princess of Wales.
Mm-mm.
I don't know what their titles are. Anyways, she's married to Prince William's, Princess
Okay.
Diana's son. Anyways, so she was like missing essentially. Like no one had seen her in a certain amount of time.
She got killed.
No. So in January, well, okay, this is the thing. In
She got
January,
killed.
she had abdominal surgery. And my source is TikTok. So if it's wrong, sue TikTok.
Mm.
She had abdominal surgery in January.
Okay.
So January up until literally like last week or week before, people were like, where is Kate Middleton? Like, what's going on with her? William has been seen with his mistress a lot, like out in public.
Okay.
Well, who they assume is, I don't know enough. I don't know if it's confirmed that he has had an affair with her or if people speculate.
Most likely he is.
But people were saying that he's been seen around a lot with his mistress.
Yeah.
And Kate was like MIA, right? So
Yeah.
then I guess the
Everybody
Buckingham
has
Palace.
Everybody has a mistress nowadays.
Excuse me?
It's normal.
Describe everyone. Go ahead. I'm waiting.
Everybody, bro. What you mean?
Who's everyone?
Everybody.
Including you.
Yes. 100%.
Interesting. Interesting. Noted.
It's all jokes. Relax.
Right.
Move on.
Sir, you're not going to gaslight me right now. Like, you didn't just say that. First of all.
jokes.
Anyways. Like last week before. No, it's probably last week. Buckingham Palace raised their flags to half staff.
What the fuck does that mean?
Like usually it's when someone passes away, someone gets
Okay.
very sick, something like that happens. So people were speculating
Got
that
capped.
King Charles died
Oh.
because he's also been sick, right?
Mm-hmm.
So people thought that King Charles died. And that's kind of what they were speculating, but then no one came out with a statement.
Mm-hmm.
So then they were like, what if Kate died? Because and then they're always saying like history repeats itself and how King George obviously was married to Diana.
Mm-hmm.
Diana died in the car crash, crazy. And then he married his mistress.
Yeah.
So people were speculating that that's kind of what happened. Like history repeated itself, that Kate passed away somehow.
Yeah.
And that's why William's been seen with his mistress a lot, because Kate passed away. And people were saying that history was repeating itself, right?
Yeah.
So I guess that's not what happened. And Kate came out. Okay, so Kate came out with a picture like probably about a week or two ago. And it was a picture, but the picture was obviously edited. Like,
Really?
like the picture, she posted it on Twitter, I think, or on X, I don't know, or Facebook, I don't know, but she signed it like she signed it Kate. Like
Yeah.
she was the one that published it. And on the picture, like you can tell like the hands are edited weird. Like it looks like her head was copy and pasted from another picture. Like
Okay.
there was like an extra hand somewhere. Like it was just odd. Like nails were painted different colors.
It
was obviously
her.
edited.
Yeah.
So she was trying to post that picture in honor of Mother's Day and was like, oh, this is blah, blah. Like, I'm fine. It was a picture of her and her kids. Obviously edited, right? So then people were like, that's not real. So now not only is she missing, somebody's posting edited pictures as Kate, right?
Yeah.
So people are like, what's going on? Where's Kate? King Charles was kind of out of the limelight too. So people's like, is he good? Like, what's going on? And then finally, I want to say it was like 2 or 3 days ago, Kate came out with a video saying that she had cancer and that's why
Okay.
she's been MIA, because she had to undergo cancer treatments. So she said that the abdominal surgery she had in January, they pulled something out of her stomach and it was believed to be non-cancerous.
Okay.
But when they pulled it out, it tested positive for cancer. So they said as a preliminary precaution, she should undergo chemotherapy.
Yeah.
So I guess she was gone so long because she was getting chemotherapy. So in her statement, she was essentially saying like I'm fine. She was like, and I'm sorry it took me a long time to like announce this, but it took a long time because I had to figure out how to explain it to our 3 little kids, because she does have 3 young kids. So she said that it took her so long to say something because she was trying to learn how to explain it to her kids. and say it in a way in which they'll know that she'll be okay and like show that she's okay or whatever. So then everyone got upset at everyone. Everyone was just pointing fingers because they were like, you guys literally gaslighted her into coming out and saying she has cancer and blah, blah, blah. But everyone was concerned.
Yeah.
So now she came out and she said she has cancer, and that's why she's been gone, because she's been getting chemotherapy treatments. She said that she appreciates like all the thought or whatever, but like that's why it took her so long. They didn't want to speak about it.
Yeah.
Her and William are doing their best to like maintain normalcy for the kids, and it was like a whole like
Yeah.
I think it was like 3 or 4 minutes.
How was the mistress?
She wasn't in there.
Ah, come on now.
It doesn't matter.
How the fuck are you not going to talk about that? Come on.
Because she was undergoing chemotherapy.
But she knew the drama. Come on.
But if you have
leaving everybody
cancer,
on a cliffhanger.
but if you have cancer, you think you're worried about the general lies of the public?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe. So she's good and well. I mean, not good and well. She has cancer, but she's alive.
She's alive. She's not dead.
Yeah.
And the mistress is still unknown.
Who cares about the mistress? And actually, no, I'm not going to say that. That's.
I am going to say it. Everybody got a mistress.
Well, if you don't hear me on the podcast next week, this is why. Anyways, yeah, all that to say, people thought that Prince William was cheating. Cannot confirm or deny that he was or was not cheating, but Kate was in fact getting chemotherapy treatment. I also seen that somebody found a video where she was wearing the same shirt and it was a different background. So now people are speculating that video is fake, but now I think they're doing too much.
Oh, so now they're saying, okay.
Now they think they're just digging into it, and they're like, look at this pattern is similar to this pattern. Like maybe it's this different one, but she very obvious, like, I don't know. I think it's a real video. I've seen it.
Yeah.
It was published all over London. Like credible news sources were posting it, and discussing it. So I'm going to say it's real. Oh, and when that edited picture went around, London, whatever their news company is, BBC, I don't know what it was. Anyways, they submitted a formal request for every news publication to take down that picture because it was fake.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
I don't know. Oh, and did I tell you that she said that it was her that published it? She came out with an apology.
No.
She I don't know if it was on Facebook or Twitter, but she came out and said, like, just like any amateur photographer, like, I was just trying to mess around with editing, and like, obviously I still need to work, ha ha ha. And that's kind of how she played that one off.
Uh-huh.
So.
Okay.
I don't know. She's alive and well, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
So that's Kate Middleton.
Well, those are great topics, and we'll see what we got for the next episode. That's all that we got for right now. We appreciate you guys for listening and staying tuned for another episode. Remember, you guys can catch us every Sunday and Wednesday. And officially, we are now on YouTube. I didn't even realize it until like earlier this morning, but you can catch us on YouTube. No video format, but it's all audio format.
Yeah,
So
it's just another way to listen.
it's just another way to listen, and it's also free. You guys don't have to be paying for Spotify or any other third-party applications. I know that there's a lot like Amazon Music that you do have to pay. It's not free. But there's all kinds of other stuff that you guys can listen to us for free. Pandora's one. YouTube obviously is one. You even have all the other providers that there are listed in the links that we have on our Instagram. Those are all free as well, so you don't have to worry about it. So yeah, so we appreciate you guys, and we can't wait to see. We can't wait.
Can't wait to catch you on the next one.
Can't wait to catch you guys on the next episode, and we hope to see you guys all there. We love you guys. Thanks. Peace.
Bye.